Hi guys, Pastor Janet here. I wanted to come and talk about being a persuasive writer. Now, basically, persuasive writing is when you're trying to convince somebody to do something. You want them to take action. Now, you hear a lot of that in political. When it comes time for presidents, congressmen, people that want to get into government, they use a lot of persuasive writing. They're telling you what they're going to do for you if you put them in office. That's persuasive writing. And also, like if you want to think about it, if you believe strongly in something and you want to get people on your side, you're going to be a persuasive writer. You're going to write things that are going to make them not just think about what they're going to do, but to take action and do it. That's persuasive writing. It's very easy. You're trying to, make somebody come along your way of thinking, your line of thinking. Now, really, if you think about it, that's what happened in Germany. Hitler promised a lot of things, and he had all kind of people, telling them how to convince the people, how to turn the people's eyes his way. So it can be good and it can be bad. And that aspect, it was bad, because all the Holocaust and all that came about. But all these things, the people believed so much in him, what he said he was going to do for them, he was going to keep them from being oppressed, and he was just going to, bring the country together. And that's what they wanted at the time. And so they followed him. And then later on they found out it wasn't good. But persuasive writing is trying to get people to come your way by what you say, by the words that you use. Usually political people have people that write for them. They don't write their speeches. They have usually people that will write for them, that will give their ideas, but they know how to put it in the right words, in the right context to make the people want to move and take action. That's persuasive writing. It's very simple, but mostly it's used in government things, I would say. I don't see too many novels persuasive writing unless you're trying to persuade somebody to write in a certain gender and you want to tell why that gender is the best gender to write in. That might be called persuasive writing. And on college campuses, a lot of times you see students in unrest. They have people that write for them to get them to take action, and then there's all kind of things happen. It can be riots, and all kind of stuff can come from persuasive writing. You have to know exactly what you want. You either want people to take action, or you want them to not take action. You can go both ways. But persuasive writing is a technique that is used so much in our world today in politics and college campuses. To get the kids action and go one way that you want them to believe instead of going away. Well, you see that a lot. With the trouble in the campuses now, regarding race relations with other countries that are on the campus, that are going to school from other countries. Sometimes you find race issues there because of what somebody has said. And in a sense, what they've done is put out little booklets or whatever it is that they do to make people see a different side of what they're normally thinking. Like I said, it can be good or bad. You can have persuasive writing to be very good. You can want people to show love, kindness, mercy, compassion. And so you write about the stories, that will touch their hearts and will show them that this is wrong, this is not the way to treat people. So you're persuading them to change, as sign language would say, you're telling them to change their ways and see another way. So persuasive writing can be good, it can be bad, but either way, you're trying to get the people to take action, to do something instead of just think about it, but to move, get into movement and do some action and make things happen. That's persuasive writing. You want the person to get in your way of thinking and start doing something, follow behind you, join the campaign or join the march or whatever it is, but you're trying to persuade them to do and take action. That's what persuasive writing is all about. Trying to get people to do what you want and bring about the results that you want. Sometimes, like I said, it can be good and it can be bad. So that's what persuasive writing is. So when you see somebody, if you go someplace and you hear somebody talking and you like what they're saying, you say, oh, he knows what he's talking about. That's a really good idea. I believe in that. He's persuading you to an extent to follow his way of thinking. Persuasive writing wants you to take action, not think about it. Sometimes they'll tell you to think about it, but then sometimes they won't. They just want you to. It's something about when you get in a crowd and like in a march or something, you're following people. A lot of times you may not believe what they believe, but you like what they say and how they make you feel like you can make a difference in the world. You can change things, and so you follow behind them. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, like I said. But persuasive writing is something that people use, especially in politics. So much in politics to get you to go their way, or follow their party, or follow their candidate. That's persuasive writing. So it's very simple. Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to do the video today because I've been doing so much. Thanksgiving was yesterday, and we had a nice dinner. I hope you had a nice dinner too. So I got some other things coming, but I'm winding down with the ordering from Shin and Temu. I love them both, but I'm winding down from it because there's so many other things I want to do. Holidays coming up, Christmas and stuff. I want to do things for the homeless and stuff like that, and for different organizations. So I'm going to cut back on clothing, spend a little time doing other things. But I'll still be here. I'll still be talking about writing, and I'll still be showing. I've got enough clothes I can show for 365 days a year. That's how many clothes I've got. But I had to change my wardrobe because I said I used to weigh 220 pounds, and I lost a lot of weight. It took me 3 years to do it. So now I came from a size 20 to a size 10, 12. So now that's where I'm at now. So I had, excuse me, I didn't want to throw all my clothes out, so I gave them to different organizations. Excuse me, like Salvation Army, Morning Star Mission, and places like that. Homeless shelters. People need so much. So if you have things that you can donate, please do it, because so many people need it, and you don't realize how blessed you are. And what one person's, what you're discarding, it could be another person's treasure. I forgot there's a certain way to say that. Well, anyway, but so always think about that. If you can help. But so I'll be showing more clothes, and I'm on my other novel now, so I'm taking time to write in my novel. So sometimes you may not see me as often, but I'll be here. I'll be back and showing things and talking about writing. I'll always be talking about writing. So anyway, so this is me today. This is just a little tank top, pair of black pants, and a black sweater. This is me. Okay, but now you should know what persuasive writing is. I hope you do. So you watch for it, because there are people that use it so much. They use it so much to draw people their direction, or to draw people away from another direction to their direction. So you know how it is when you want something so bad. Say you want something from your parents, and you say, I know they're going to say no. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a way to persuade them. And how do you do that? With your words, with your actions. So you're being persuasive in a different way. But I don't see it too much in fiction writing, unless like I say, you're trying to convince somebody to write in a certain gender. Maybe you like fantasy and you think fantasy is the best gender of all to write in, so you want to persuade other people. Forget the rest, write in fantasy, or forget the other and write in romance, or forget the other and write in mysteries. So you can do it like that too. By the stories that you like. And then when you have book signing and you're talking with people, you can try to convince them that this is the best field to write in. So persuasive writing can go in so many different ways. But basically, it's persuading someone to take action and do something. We use it mostly in political writings and other things like that. That's the main thing you'll hear. When it gets time for candidates, you'll hear all kind of things, good and bad, about one. So to turn your attention away from that one and turn it to another one that you say, this guy is better. Don't go this way. Go this way. So that's persuasive writing. Okay. See you guys later. Bye-bye now.